It's a new thing that's sweeping the land when you don't know which way to go. The answer is Jesus and Elevation Radio.
God bless you. This is Elevation Radio 1, and I'm your host, Pastor Steve, the Music Man Turner, and we thank you for taking the journey with us. This program is sponsored by God, and that's important. Yes, indeed. And so we honor you for taking the journey with us, and we spotlight positive people doing positive work while serving a positive God whose name is Jesus. And there's nothing wrong with that. And so our subject matter today is any empty vessels in your house. Are there any empty vessels in your house? Featuring the music ministry of one Akia Nevills. 2 Kings chapter 4, verse 2, the prophet Elisha asked this new widow, what can I do to help you? I wish we did that. What do you have in your house? She didn't have much. She was so poor, he asked her to borrow empty vessels. And, okay, we've got some static interference. Now, to us, this didn't make sense. But when you're spiritually, emotionally, and financially desperate, it is a beacon of hope. I'm not sure what this static is. Can we end that? Pride is pushed aside and action is needed in faith. How desperate are you to change your situation? Today we will speak with a DWGN artist, Akil Nevills, and we will listen to her new CD and music ministry and future endeavors. But first, before we get started, someone's got some static on the line. Someone has static on the line. Please end that. Okay. We're going to go to the most... Okay, I'm not sure who this is, but you can actually... you may have to hang up and call back in. All right. Lord, the devil is sure messing with this program. Let's go to the most beautiful part of this program. That is my lovely wife, the Queen. Would you give us the verse to rehearse, please?
Yes. And Elijah said unto her, what shall I do for thee? Tell me what hast thou in the house. And she said, thy handmaid has not anything in the house, save the pot of oil. Then he said, go borrow these vessels aboard of all thy neighbors, even empty the vessels. Borrow not a few.
Okay. Okay. Dear God, help us today. Let us go to our guest, Akia Nevills. How are you?
Hey, Pastor Steve. I'm well. How are you?
I'm blessed, but also challenged. I've never had so many technical issues to deal with in all of my programs. And so this is another one today. Okay, that sounds better. Whew. Okay. Yeah. And where are you calling in from?
I am calling in from New Orleans, Louisiana.
Lord have mercy. The home of the Creole, and let me see, good spicy Louisiana Creole food. I got you. No problem.
Yes, sir. You got it right.
Yes, indeed. And so let me ask you a question. Who is Akia Nevills?
Akia is a creative at its core. I was born and raised in New Orleans, Louisiana. Always been centered around gospel music since I was a child. I started singing with Tyrone Foster and the Arc Singers, who are, it's a local community choir, very popular in the area, has traveled a lot, and I was able to kind of observe him throughout my years and it really kind of helped put me in a certain mental space and place to realize how much I enjoyed singing and how much I enjoyed the kinship in that. And from that, I sort of grew to start singing with additional groups and helping out with other ministries around the city. One group being Joshua Kegler and Harmonistic Praise Crusade, who I've been with for many years now. And ultimately, God saw fit for me to start to, walk my own path and journey as a solo artist with great support from both ministries in this venture. And it's been amazing so far. And so, I'm glad to be here.
All righty. And so tell me about your project that we're going to be featuring today.
Okay, it's my debut single, It Is Well. It was released in December of 2020. The message is pure and clear. It's to serve as a constant reminder that God has not left us. He's not abandoned us, nor has he ever forsaken us, and that through any trial that we may go through, still well, even when it seems like the mountain is too tall to climb, he can change those things. He can make big things seem small, and a lot of times we take his power for granted and we don't give him his just due, but he can do all these things. And so just in case you're in your car or on your job and you're just like, man, what is going on? Like, is this going to work out? When you're worried about, how things are going to pan out, rest assured that all is well. It is well, and it still will be well. And so that's been the going theme and push of encouragement concerning this song. So I hope right. People can be blessed by it.
Well, let us see if people will be blessed by it, because we're going to play it. And here we go.
Okay.
When peace like a river attended my way, when sorrows like doors he's opened. We know him to be a promise keeper and a burden bearer. We know that he is a man who cannot lie. So let's give God the praise that's due and know that it is.
This is unlawful to have this type of high-pitched singing and modulations and chord structures like this. This is not right. The Lord has come down from heaven himself. I tell you, it's incredible. Okay, I'm back again. So hold on a second. Let's wait a minute.
God.
Ring the bell. and also, let me ask the Queen. The Queen, what do you think of that one, sweetheart? Queen is emotional. She's emotional. Maybe she's speechless. For the first time in the history of Elevation Radio 1, the Queen is speechless. I can't believe it. So I just don't know what to say because I've never heard such anointed, high modulating background choir progression singing in my entire life. And I've been around a while. So God bless you. If I had hands, I would clap them. God bless you.
Thank you
Lord
so
have
much.
mercy. And so that is awesome. Awesome. I must say that. And so you left my wife speechless, which is incredible. And so let me tell you, what were you thinking about when you wrote that?
I thought about every battle that I've ever faced that I thought going in I wouldn't have made it out of. But as I was going, I learned a few things. I learned that he was always there, even when I felt like I couldn't trace him. I learned that even when I was lost and confused and wasn't sure which way to go, he was leading and guiding me all the way, you know. And in these lessons, everything was always well. It always was. Even when it was rough around me, things were still well. You know what I'm saying? It was all working together for my good, and I know that that is a testimony of many others, because we've all been through something, and you get to that point where you get tired and you get weary, you start looking left and right, you're like, now, Lord, I love you, I'm here for you, I serve you, but I am confused about this thing. This isn't making sense. You know, did you forget about me? Come on, like, this is rough. What's up?
God has
you
jokes.
See that light. You see that? Yeah, he has jokes. He really does. And, you know, we have to trust him through all of that stuff, and know that even when it feels shaky all around us, it really is well.
Wow. Before we go to our caller, I'm going to, when we look further into this particular chapter, 2 Kings chapter 4, the woman was a widower. Her husband died, and she had 2 sons. She wasn't even allowed to grieve over the death of her husband, who owed money to creditors. And so they threatened to take her 2 sons and as collateral and enslave them. The problem with this is that her husband was actually Obadiah, who was a minister to King Ahab, so he should have had money. What did he do with his money? But he left his bills on his wife. And she ran to the Prophet Elisha and said, you know, then told him the history and told him that what was going on. She lost her, she put her pride to the side, and she went to him and asked him for help. And so he asked, what can I do for you? Customer service. And so, again, she had characteristics the widow had, who now became a single mother. And that is that she testified about her husband's loyalties to God and Elisha. She was honest about her poverty, you know, because she had been wealthy. She was obedient and had faith. And so that's important to know. Oh, my goodness. Do we have any faith? When he gave her the advice to go get the empty vessels, she didn't say, you're crazy. When you get down to the last, and when you get desperate, you kind of flow with what's going on, with whatever God is talking about, and that's important. And so let me go to this caller here who's called in, area code 504-948. This is Elevation Radio 1. How can we help you? Area code 504-948. I don't want to give out your whole number. Are you there? All right. Well, maybe they're just listeners, so we're going to let them listen on their own. Let's go back to our gospel artists. And so that was some powerful stuff there. You're like a power singer, like Karen Clark Shear did and whatnot. The kind of person that I wouldn't want to come behind if I had to sing a solo.
Oh, no.
I said, well, you're up next. I'm like, no, thank you. I'm going to go home. I'm going to go sit down here on the bench.
No, never that.
Yes, indeed. I'm not getting up there. After she has destroyed the church, I'm not getting up there. I said, she's the only guest on this program that has ever left. I've been doing this since April of 2018. She's the only artist on this program that's ever left my wife, the queen, speechless. Couldn't get herself together.
Wow.
Lord have mercy. And that's heavy because my wife likes to talk. So she likes to communicate. She's from New York, and they are not easily impressed.
Oh, wow.
Not easily shocked. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Let's see here. Let's see if we can revive her. So smelling salts. Queen, are you back awake? Are you revived now? Oh, she's still out. Okay. You done knocked my wife out.
Oh, no.
That's incredible. Musically. Okay. And so, did you have any problem in school when you were you singing in school or junior high school or high school?
Yeah, I've been singing really through all of it. When I started singing with the art singers, the community choir, I was 9, so of course I was going through, grade school, middle school. I remained singing with them when I got to high school, so I had to learn how to kind of, balance between those choir rehearsal schedules and things like that at an early age. And I maintained my membership with the group through high school, also through undergraduate school, and by then I began singing with the other group, HCC. And so at that point it was undergrad, and I'm in the art singers, and I'm in HPC, and I'm kind of balancing between all of that. And then I shifted. After I graduated from Xavier, I went on to Southern University Law Center. I finished there in May of 2014. While all of
Wait a
that
minute
was
now.
going
Wait a minute.
on.
Hold on a second. Did you say the Law Center?
Yes, sir.
Are you telling me that you are an attorney?
Yes, sir. I am a lawyer. Yes, sir.
I'm not getting it. This program was elevated. I'm telling you, we're both big shot. Donald Walton didn't tell me about this. So, is this entertainment attorney?
Yes, definitely. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, well, you may.
A new business that I have. It's been around formally for a year, called Music Saves. It's a brand management company, and we offer publishing services, copyright. We have a team of attorneys that you could consult with, photographers, MUAs, all of those things to help kind of garnish and center your brand. And it's centered around artists, musicians, and small business owners.
Wow. What? Give that number immediately so that folks can access you, especially folks who are actually talking to you on the line right now, me.
Yes, sir. Got you. The company can be reached through all social media outlets. It's on Facebook as Music Saves L3C, and on Instagram as Music Saves _biz. I can also be reached by email at musicsavesnola@gmail.com.
Okay. Brother was trying to write that down out here, so fantastic. And so, as an entertainment attorneys are hard to find, and so you have now been exalted. So that's fantastic.
That's the word.
No wonder it was so hard to put this program together this time. I had all kinds of issues with Facebook for locking me out. I had to. Oh my God. Today, my studio didn't want to work properly. I couldn't do the headset. I'm doing it by phone to back up. And because the devil's trying to block this, because you are helping more people, because that music is out of this world, and you're an artistissimo, as well as and as a entertainment attorney, which is powerful.
Yes, sir.
My goodness. May have to get you over here to do a workshop here in Baltimore.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is awesome. Okay, let me go to the next song, which is More Than Anything. I don't know if I can take it. I don't know if I can stand it. We're gonna play it anyway. More Than Anything. Okay. I'm just waiting. I see circles spinning I've never had this problem before. Okay, let's keep talking until it plays itself. It seems to have a mind of its own today. I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah, but, technology, it does that sometimes.
At the wrong time.
Always wrong.
Good God, I'm going to tell you. Let's see here. Are you married?
No, sir, I'm not.
Okay. I thought that perhaps with all those skills and talents and entrepreneurship, that would be something on the. Is it on the way?
Your guess is as good as mine, Pastor Steve. Time will tell. Time will tell.
Okay. Well, you should write a song to your future husband, as I wrote to my wife. And she was when I sung it to her, I actually had a volunteer band that came out when they heard I was getting married. They said, "You getting married? It's incredible! It's incredible! I'll be there." I said, so they, and then somebody else was talking on the phone, and they heard that I was getting married. Steve's getting married. I'm going. So they had a whole full band, singers and band members, and so got a video. I was like a hero for the day. My wife was, in her wedding gown, looking like he ready for me. He's for me. Swinging,
Oh my God.
So, yeah. If you do it, you'll never forget it. No one else will either that attends. Just thought I'd throw that out at you. And I'm still waiting for this to play. And let me see here. Okay, all right. So I see it. It's spinning, but nothing's happening. Okay. And I prayed before this program, so I'm not sure what's going on. But let me move back to the widow woman who had a miracle. She went and got the pots, and when she did what the prophet had said, and she had her sons. Lord have mercy. I know it wasn't this time of age. The two boys were obedient to the mother. Let me say that one more time. The two boys were obedient to their mother. Didn't give them no back talk. Went and got the empty pots, borrowed them from neighbors and friends. That's another miracle. She had neighbors and friends. And they loaned the pots, vessels out, the empty vessels out to her. And she had one flask of oil in the house. Probably had no furniture. She was definitely poor. And so she kept pouring the oil, watch this, to each vessel, filled it up to the brim. And they bought all the pots and vessels in the community. And when they got to the last pot, they said, "Well, bring me some more pots." They said, "There ain't no more." That's when the oil stopped. Look at God. And so she went back to the prophet and asked, "What do I do now?" He said, "Sell the oil and pay your debt and live with your two sons off the rest." And that's important. And what that means really is that she actually became wealthy. If you can live for the rest of your life and the rest of your sons, young sons' lives, you have, and don't have to work, you are wealthy. She went from widowhood and poverty to wealth in the space of days. Won't he do it? So,
wow. Yeah.
We ought to claim that. Yeah, so out of the way. Yeah. So if there's a man of God and he told you to do something, what is in your house? I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to those who are listening. What is in your house? Are there any empty vessels that you can borrow to bring into your house? Can you get past the, oh, Lord, let me get in trouble. Can you get past the weed in your house? Can you get it out and get some holy empty vessels in there? Put the Hennessy down and get some empty vessels in there. Can you be an empty vessel that God can fill, and so that you can bring his blessings to your house? If there's some bad folks in the house, kick them out. Good God Almighty. And clean the house up. The bad spirits, get them out. Get those demonettes out of your house.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's
no cigarette smoking in your house. Get them out. Get them out. See, I could actually preach with singing like what you're singing.
Yeah.
Now, let me do the MC thing. Now present the music ministry of Akia Nevills, and you tear the house up, and anoint it, and all that, and I get up and I'm all right. It's good. Can you clap your hands in here?
Yeah.
After this type of singing, I've never had a singing lawyer on my program.
Really?
Singing attorney. Okay. Any new projects you got coming up?
Right now I am starting to get some things going on the next single, which is more of a radical worship song. It's slower. We're gonna slow down a little bit. And it's real radical. It gives you the worship vibes, but it's very upbeat. And I'm hoping that that people get with it and that the message is relatable. The name of the song is "God Hides Me," and so it speaks just from a place when I felt like I was just alone in my own little corner, in my own little chair, and it was just me and him for a while in a very, very major conversation that needed to happen. And in that moment, he just deposited a lot of revelation to me, and it was in that hiding space that I was able to get what I needed to move through and shift to my next life stage. So that song birthed out of that moment, and that's definitely what is cooking.
Mm-hmm. I thank you for that. Don't you also have a TV show?
Yes. I have a podcast and radio show. It's called The Review with Akia Nevills. The radio show is under the Donna Walton Gospel Network. That's DWGN.
Say it again. Say it again.
That is the Donna Walton Gospel Network, DWGN.
Yeah.
Insane.
And what time do you come on?
Every Thursday. Huh?
What time do you come on?
Every Thursday. That's every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am there reviewing music of indie gospel artists, and we just roll through it. There's always a special guest that I'll interview, and we'll also review and work through their music, in addition to other top 10 artists and other DWGN artists. We'll run through their music, and I'll give my spiel on each song, and we just rock out for the Lord. It's a great time every time.
I'm getting this feeling that you are a troublemaker.
I
say that.
How did you get that?
Let me see. Your next single, when you use the words radical, hope they can get with it. And then you say here that we just rock out for Jesus. So rocking out and radical. Yeah, troublemaker. Troublemaker.
Well,
which actually means that you change the status quo of the environment, which is basically boring and hypocritical. You come in with truth, and you changing it, and then people are like, what happened? That's because my wife is probably saying, what happened?
Yes, sir.
I never heard music like this before in my entire life. But I think it was so powerful. It's like nitro. It's like TNT. And it was so powerful, it just messed up my studio board because I got stuff still spinning. It's like, we can't. The board is fine. We can't handle it. We can't handle any more stuff like this. This is too much. Yes, indeed. If you had a scale of 1 to 10, that was like off the charts. That was like 15 and whatnot.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
I'm so glad to be here and sharing with you. It's really been it's been great.
Can I quote you, attorney, counselor?
Sure.
Thank you. There you go. So I got permission. Okay, so we'll find a way to post that up there. Attorney Akia Nevills says it's great. And you can quote on it. Okay, fantastic. let me do a commercial here because the air is saturated with anointing, so I had to take a break here. So, oh my God, if you can do that in one song, my God, what is a whole album like? Okay, let me get right back to what I was trying to do. If you would like to have me as your MC or host for your event, you can contact me at musicmanmedia58@gmail.com, musicman58@gmail.com. You can also look at our Facebook page, Music Man Media. Don't forget, next week we'll have P.J. Hill from the DWGN. He'll be here as we do the double birthday broadcast. I just said it, the double birthday broadcast, an annual event, fundraiser, music fundraiser for Stephen Turner Ministries and Praise Unlimited Ministries. And so this will be 5:30. P.J. Hill will be here, along with, I believe, Howard G., local comedian and TV actor, who loves to roast me. Let me see, Professor Leroy McKenzie Jr., who has been my co-host for quite some time as well, who is looking to take me down. They're going to take me down like you. And so I also have the CEO of the National Black Unity News will be here as well. David Murphy, Sir David Murphy will be here. And so if you would like to donate, that's the only way you can roast me, is go to www.paypal.me/S, capital T, capital M, capital M, lowercase EDIA, stands for STM Media 2020. And you can also go to www.paypal.me/capital P, capital U, capital M, 2020, stands for Praise Unlimited Ministries, serving the DMV since 1994. Alrighty. And just want to say that Elevation Radio is also, we're trying to get money to keep us on the air. And that's under the STM Media. And if you would like to be a guest or sponsor, of course, all my 5:30s on Saturdays are booked up because of the DWGN, baby. But there are other time frames. Oh, yeah. There are other time frames that we can get you on, and other weekdays that we can get you on. And so that's important. So, all right. Let me see here. Oh, forgot about on next Saturday, I'll also be doing a interview on the Tight Knit Radio here in Baltimore on Radio 1, thanks to Dr. Lynn Pender of the Christian Authors on Tour, promoting one of my books, The Other Pulpit, and I'll also be June 26th at the Harlem Book Fair, virtually, like I was last year. So we got a few things going on. And so if you would like to get a book, The Other Pulpit, or the other book I've written is called Stormproof, you can call it 410-302-2737, 410-302-2737. And so let's go back to Akia. I've noticed something on my studio board that the time has frozen. And so it's only happened once before. And so we just keep talking.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Okay. Oh, yeah. The Lord, it's something about you. What does your name mean?
It's actually like a poisonous African plant.
Who? Poisonous African plant?
Yes. It's named. You know, that's where my mom found it. So she had this book that an advertising client gave her of different African names, African rooted names. And that was the one that she picked out of the book, and that's, what it meant. It's some African.
Okay, I don't understand that one, but my question, does it immobilize the victim?
I'm not sure.
Because I would say it does, because every time I try to get something going on, all my technology froze up like it's freezing up today. So, I don't know. Help, Lord. And so maybe that might work in the courtroom too. The prosecutor. Wait, are you for the defense? Or I'm sorry, I got my cues. I'm always thinking about criminal court. Trying to stay out of there.
Yeah, stay out of there. Yeah.
I'm not the one, Your Honor. It was my double. Let me see. Is my wife still there, Queen? Are you still there? It shows she's there on the board, but I don't hear anything. Okay. Well, my power is halfway because my wife is having 100% power.
Got you.
Oh, I can hear her say I can hear her say hello, but I can't hear her on this board. No, I can't hear you, sweetheart. No, sweetheart. She's gonna keep saying that until I. No, sweetheart. Okay, let me just see if I can cut her off and see if that works. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I've had many different challenges in doing these programs, outreaches of our church, Destiny Changers Deliverance Center. It is, I've discovered, I think I was led to do some kind of outreach where we were when we had the building, and someone said, "Are you sure you want to do that?" I said, "Why would you say that?" And I think God told me. He said, "Yeah, I understand God told you, but when you come outside the church, that's when you come outside on the grounds of Satan, and that's when he'll mess with you." I also discovered that if you do a broadcast or an outreach or an LP or a CD, anything that deals with the air, the second heaven, that's his playground, and he'll start messing with you. I've had to do this program where I'd hit a button by accident and it turned my computer screen upside down. So I didn't know what to do to get it right, so I had to stand on my feet with my head on an angle to actually do this program. I've come in all kinds of ways. Come in sick, come out of the hospital, have had broken legs, but I didn't want to miss doing what God asked me to do. So we had to warrior it out.
Yeah.
And I believe that's what you do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that's what you had to do in your life too. Warrior it out.
Absolutely. It's a need, and it's a charge to keep. And I think as Christians, it's our job to do what He told us to do, whatever that might be. And if you do what He told you to do, you can't go wrong. If you do what He told you to do, you will not fail. If you do what He told you to do, you're going to love it because He's going to tell you to do something that's authentically you. You know what I'm saying? So it all works out. You'll win trusting His plan. You'll win with His perspective. You'll win with His view. I think a lot of times we stress ourselves by ourselves. God is right there looking at us like, I got you. What's up? You know, what's really going on? And we put in our hair. We forget who we are. We forget we're King's kids. We forget we're favored. We forget that even when nothing makes sense, it all makes sense. Even then, you know, He's there even then. And so, like, it's pretty amazing what God can do. And we have so many examples of it, not only in our personal lives, but our friends and our family members. And so there's no doubt in my mind that He can change anything. You ever been going through something and then you started to, like, kind of condemn it out loud and you saw changes instantly, like your next day just felt different? Nobody can do that but Him. Nobody. And it's those moments in life that make it all worthwhile. And it's a joy to serve Him. It's a joy to serve someone who loves us as He does, and who can handle the world. He can handle it all, and he knows every single inch about us, you know. And I think that's amazing. So in service, there will be attacks. There will be attacks. There will be things going on. And I think a lot of times when you're on the brink of something big, or if there's something special going on, it's going to be the technical difficulties. It's going to be the weird stuff that never happened before, but it's happening this time. I almost have to brace myself before each show because I know something is going to happen that didn't happen before. I don't know if it's a Zoom link that's going to get encrypted or something. I don't know if my computer is going to need an update. I don't know if the internet just will not connect. All of this.
You're preaching out.
It's the worst time, like you said.
Yep. You're preaching now. Are you a minister?
I'm not.
Wait a minute, hold a second. You were taking the good news out in song. Is that right?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Okay. And so, minister.
Yeah.
You are entertainment attorney helping gospel artists get the good news out. Is that right? Representing them, is that right? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. As preacher, you're making sure that the good news gets out. And so reclassify yourself, good kind of buddy, and realize that yes, indeed. Okay, I saw an arrow come up, and I tried to hit it with the More Than Anything song, and it's not playing. I got now 2 circles spinning. So it must be too powerful.
Okay.
Must be too powerful. Do you like to do? Is there anything that you do to unwind, to relax yourself when you're not singing and tearing up churches and representing clients and building businesses and things of this nature, building legacies? What do you do to unwind? What's your
let's see. I really, most times it is quality time with family and live music scenes. Just being able to really kick back and watch other friends and other creatives just do what they do best in their own lane, in their own vein. It's always a treat, and it's always something that you can feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can feel live music. So especially being in New Orleans, you know, just with the history of jazz and other influences like that, it's very rewarding, you know, and we have a gambit of different artists and musician types in the city. And you know, they come from near and far, from Europe and beyond, and so we get a mixture of people that come down to observe how we do things here, and of course just, you know, tours and things like that. So it's a great spot to meet new people, to network, just to have good conversation, fun and laughs, and also really good quality live music entertainment.
Yeah, I could tell the influence was on you on the one song I wasn't allowed to play. I think I heard somebody about Baba Lee. I was like, what in the world? Okay, jazz. That's what I'm saying. You can't. Hold a second, man. You can't mix gospel music with progressive and contemporary, and then have jazz up in there. This is unlawful. I said it's illegal.
Apparently, you can.
Well, there you go.
Somebody had to do it. Somebody had to do it.
Yeah, you did it. And that choir was this. Which choir was that? What's the name of that choir?
Well, that was actually 4 background singers. It was not a choir. It was 4 of my favorite people. Yep, these are people that I've sung with over the years. One of them being my choir director, but it was 4 people. 4.
Give them some love. Shout them out.
Okay, so we have Lakeisha Fisher. She was on soprano, Rome Washington. On alto, Leah Nichols. On alto, and also Josh Kegler. He was my vocal producer, and he also sung tenor on the record.
Man, they should be like trailing around the country. Because I could show you.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
I think if I had I have another song that the publisher wrote. I haven't recorded it yet, but I'm thinking about starting out and then have them on the background, and I can sing like one or two lines, and I say, listen, I can't do it no more. I can't.
It's a setup. It's a setup.
And I'll go sit down in the studio. I'll just go sit down. I lay down on the floor like my wife.
Go sit down and stay down.
Yep.
My.
I tell you, because after you sang, there's really nothing. You and Paulette Triplett I think she's from Chicago, are some devastating soloists that have not gotten their due yet. But if they ever come up on a program with a national artist, the national artist is going to have a problem. They're going to be like, who is that right there? And that was Paulette Triplett. Don't have her come on this program.
Oh, wow.
Who is that? Akia Nevills.
No, huh?
Don't let her in. Lock the door when you say it.
Wow, no.
There are problems. I ain't trying to be embarrassed. People come see me, not them. By the time they get finished thinking, there's nothing left. People have left the building. I'm like, I'm a national artist. What are you doing?
What's going on?
Yep. And so, are you coming to Baltimore anytime soon?
I have had it in my plans. I have a few close friends out there, and I've been meaning to get back to that DMV area. Really, since the pandemic. So it's definitely on the to-do list very soon.
Well, let us know when the storm of Akia is coming this way, so we'll know.
Absolutely.
And prepare a rural treatment for you. Can you bring some of that Louisiana food when you come?
For sure, I got you.
There you go. Okay, because it's I'll eat some, but
a little 1, 2. You should set up.
I'll eat some, but most of it's for my wife because she really eats. She'll wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and say, "Watch this, Dr. Akia." She'll wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and say, "I smell macaroni and cheese." I say, "You were just sleeping. What are you talking about? Ain't nobody got no macaroni and cheese. Go back to sleep."
Oh my God.
And so, I hope I'm not in trouble. Yeah.
You might be.
And I want to give a shout out to the great Donna Walton, the Donna Walton Network and the DWGN. I call her Apostle, and because she's building things for God in a territory that has hedges and highways and byways, but she's doing it. And so she's also helping me to promote the program, my singles, and also my birthday broadcast. And next Saturday from 5:30 and 7. And I'm going to go out on a limb and do an impression of Donna Walton because I can do that because this is not next week where no one's coming to harass me with comedy and embarrassment and roasting. So I'm going to get my 2 cents in now. And so check me now and see, Dr. Akia, if this is a good impression of the great Donna Walton. The phone rings. Bring. You answer it. Hello. Hey, sis. How you doing? This is Donna Walton from the DWGN. Have you considered doing a talk show?
Oh, my God.
She talks so slow, you don't really see it coming. And before you know it, somebody told me that I think Professor Gates told me before he realized what was happening, she had got him on 2 programs. His mouth was open. Jaw dropped.
Boom.
Boom.
Snuck it in right up on.
I hope she reviews these programs. So I hope I don't get in trouble. I've done this a little bit, a few times, and she still talks to me. But I'm not sure if she's planning something.
Oh, yeah, you must be all right. You must be all right.
Yeah. I'm gonna put myself as her nephew. So now I'm in the family.
Perfect. I like
Yeah.
that. I like that.
And a shout out to Uncle Tony D. Yeah.
Yay. Yes, indeed.
I'll tell you, the man that makes
the best to ever
say,
do it.
But his famous phrase is, "If you send it, I'll spend it." I was like, okay, Uncle Tony. Yeah.
Well,
everything has to rhyme because he's jazz man.
Well, you know.
That's
you
it.
know.
So where can folks get your where can folks get your music one more time?
Yes, sir. My music is available everywhere. It is on all your digital platforms. That's Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube Music. It's all over. Also, I recently did a virtual concert. It is live. So it is the live performance, and it also has more than anything a cover song. And so you all can find more than anything on YouTube as well. Under Akia Nevills, that's AKIA, last name NEVILLS. It is live. So that's some more content on my YouTube page, and also I want to give out that Music Saves info again. For anybody who may have missed it, I can be emailed at musicsavesnola, that's all one word, at gmail.com. And there's a page on Facebook at Music Saves, L3C, and also on Instagram at Music Saves _biz, BIZ.
Heavy. Yeah, there may be. I may have some questions for you. Matter of fact, I consulted with a music attorney here, but she doesn't do gospel, and I may have to reach out to you to protect us, and especially when it gets into
all about protection.
Yeah, especially when it gets into. Because I say you never know where the music is going, so you should have it protected.
You never know, so you gotta be safe. Better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah, it could be the song could be used for a movie score, it could be used for a play, a TV show. So you got to do that. Listen, we've had a wonderful time talking to you, and I will reach out to you for our needs as well. As we close, any empty vessels in your house. And so if the man of God were to come to you and you ran to him and asked him for help, what would be in your house? Is there anything holy in the house? Oh, my God. Do you have any faith in the house? Is there any love in your house? Or is there any love for God or Jesus in your house? And so take a walk around the house and check it out. And if you find something that shouldn't be in there, throw it out so you can make heaven. Clean it up. Turn the porn off. Good God Almighty. And clean up the house. Good God Almighty. And clean up your personal house, your spiritual house. And so God can reign and rule and abide forever. Isn't that what life's all about? It sure is. And so as I close, I say, keep your head up. Keep your head up. Keep your head up. God is on the way. All right, thank you, Attorney Nevills. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. It was a great time being here. Thanks for having me, Pastor Steve.
Well, tell 10 friends, and in your case, 50 friends that we're over here on this side of heaven trying to do the Lord's work.
Yes,
Is that
sir.
all right?
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Counselor.
All right. Thanks for having me.
All right, now.
Bye-bye.